I'm still having the case. I have made an application that the case must go. They do everything to ensure that this case is there, because it feeds to the narrative that Zuma must go. Everything I do, nothing. That is why, even the 9 years that I was in government, some people will say it was a wasted time. Even if they were party to implementing decisions, they were party taking those decisions. But when they talk about it, they are out of it. Zuma must account. It's absolutely important that we accept the fact that there is something we need to deal with as a country. The very fact that intelligence organizations, which today are key instruments to run countries, the war today is fought at intelligence level, no longer at the hard guns, etc. A worrying point is that one of our intelligence, which was still under the hands of the apartheid regime, conspired with two other intelligence organizations to do things in our country. And it means those who were negotiating with us, they were because we also know that at the time a decision was taken that some of the agents who had been operating, getting pay from the apartheid regime, that the apartheid regime thought that they were not known by the ANC. There was an agreement between the intelligence organization here and the United States that those should be taken with their files to them. But they will remain with us. And they remain with us. And they are among us. And therefore, they have their bosses. They are handled to do things here. And that's why some of them were rushing to come here, because they found a platform to deal with Zuma. When, and I must say this, when we were in exile, at some point, having done a number of things, the organization gave me the task to be chief of intelligence. And there's a particular spy that I would say something about. He was called Ralph, but he had given himself the name Fear. Who infiltrated the ANC and caused a lot of damage. And because I had problems with him when I was still doing other work, when I was here, I made it a point that we come into grips with this. Some people have written a book with some information, distorted information on this particular character. as they were trying to give the sins of Zuma in some books. He operated in Swaziland and caused people to die. We finally arrested him. And indeed, he confessed he was a spy, well trained. Before, he was a student in the Western Cape, but it did not finish because there was a strike, they were chased out. He went to Durban to his sister. And during that time, he was recruited by the regime. Was taken to training for 6 months to be how to be a spy, and trained to, through the ANC literature, so that when he comes to exile, he must look like a bright student who catches so quickly, and yet is being taught on the material is being taught here by the apartheid regime. Came with his wife. It's a long story about him. And the wife herself was sent. So they had a marriage that was authorized by the police at the right time, a part of the cover. And was finally arrested and confessed.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the word. The wife himself was, is it sacked?
Sorry?
I didn't hear what you said about the wife. Did you say his wife was sacked?
I said I was sent by the police, by the special branch.
Sent by the police?
Yeah, from home to join him.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. When he was detained, he asked to see me. And I saw him with the comrade John Hlanhla, where he was saying, I've written my confession, here it is. But I just wanted to come and talk to you. I so hated you. If I found you sleeping when there was no one, I would cut your throat. He said, it took me time to confess, because I have been more loyal to the regime government rather than the ANC. But I thought it is important for me to tell the truth now. That agent knew a number of others who are in the movement, because he was one of highly regarded spies of the regime. As soon as he did confession, he was poisoned and died. But he had given the list of others because he knew them.